Dr. Cordolino? Here. Mr. Daughtry?
Here.
Mrs. Spano? Here. Mr. Grau?
Here.
Dr. Modrak?
Here.
Mr. Palma?
Here.
Mr. Petrosino?
Here.
Mr. Rappaport?
Here.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Here.
The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provision of the Act, the Montville Township Board of Education provided a public notice of this meeting, which included the time, date, and location, that was posted at the Montville Township Municipal Building, all Montville Public Schools, the Montville Public Library, the Montville Township Board of Education Administrative Office Building, the district website, and advertised in the Daily Record, the board's official newspaper, on January 22nd, 2023. I'd like to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to ask the three board members, Mr. Daughtry, Mr. Palma, and Ms. Zuckerman, to come up for their oaths of office. In the board agenda, it shows the results of the board election that was held last November, with Mr. Daughtry receiving 2,384 votes, Mr. Palma receiving 2,704 votes, and Ms. Zuckerman receiving 2,399 votes.
I, Jesse Daughtry, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and the governments established in the United States and this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Jesse Daughtry, do solemnly swear that I will possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of a member of the Board of Education, and not disqualified because of the vote pursuant to RS 19-4-1, and I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
I, Michael J. Palma, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Michael J. Palma, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of a member of the Board of Education, and not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, and I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
I, Michelle Zuckerman, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the United States Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Michelle Zuckerman, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19-4-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of this office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
I would like to now open up the floor for nominations for president for the 2024 school calendar year.
Thank you, Mrs. Slund. I would like to take this opportunity to nominate Dr. David Modrak for the office of President of the Board of Education.
Second.
No seconds. Just any other number.
I'm going to then close nominations for president. Do I have a first?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is a roll call vote for Dr. Modrak as president for the 2024 year. Is there any discussion? Okay, roll call. Dr. Cordolino?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mrs. Fano? Yes. Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes.
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Mr. Petrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes.
I now turn the meeting over to the president, Dr. Modrak.
Okay, thank you. I will open up nominations for Vice President.
Mr. President, I would like to place in nomination the name of Michelle Zuckerman for Vice President of the Board of Education.
Are there others? Anyone else? Okay, I would motion to close.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? No. Discussion.
No, you had a motion and a second to close nominations.
Right, and so now.
Vote on that.
Oh, vote on it, sorry. All in favor of closing nominations?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now may I?
Yes.
Discussion on the nomination. No, I would ask for a motion to close discussion.
You don't need.
No, I don't need it. Now I don't need it. Okay, a roll call vote, please.
Dr. Cordolino?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mrs. Fano? Yes. Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Mr. Petrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes. Okay. The organization resolutions, a motion to adopt them. Thank you. Second?
Second.
Okay. In past years, our tradition has been to read each of the portions of the Code of Ethics. I believe last year we started over there. I think maybe this year we can start over here. Michelle? Yes. You will read A, Mike Palma B, and we'll go around circle until we read all of them.
You will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures.
You will make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children, regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing.
You will confine your board action to policymaking, planning, and appraisal, and will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them.
You will carry out your responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with your fellow board members to see that they are well run.
You will recognize the authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board.
You will refuse to surrender your independent judgment to special interest or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends.
You will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools, which, if discussed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, you will provide accurate information and in concert with your fellow board members, interpret the staff aspirations of the community board schools.
You will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer.
You will support and protect school personnel and proper performance of their duties.
You will refer all complaints to the Chief Administrative Officer and will act on the complaints at public meetings only after failure of an administrative solution.
Now we move on to the procedures. Okay, approval of the parliamentary procedure, Robert's rules. You use Robert's rules in these proceedings. I need a motion. Okay, so, and then the bylaws. Our bylaws are basically held over from last year. We can at any time change them in the future, but we will adopt the ones that were in place at the end of last year. The board meeting schedule. I would note that in the board meeting schedule, there is generally only one meeting a month now. Okay, except in April, because we need to discuss the budget. We may, at some other point, decide to include a second monthly meeting, if necessary, but this would be the schedule. And before we move on, I wanted to ask, did anyone have any questions or comments about the schedule? I know some board members were in favor of moving to a once a month. I don't know if all the board members
I've got
are
a
in favor.
question.
Yeah.
What goes into the thought process behind some meetings being held here versus the municipal building?
Generally availability.
So we take the municipal building when it's available, but not when we come here as an alternate?
Correct.
So like tonight, there was something there?
Yeah, they're doing their organization meeting over there tonight. Yeah, so we generally have ours on either the first or third Tuesday of the month. They generally have theirs on the second and fourth. And so pretty much we're going to do ours on the third.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, just want to make sure. I would ask that we defer approval of board, committee, and liaisons for the following year, as we do every year, until I can get input from each of you as to what your preferences are. Internal appointments for the calendar year, board secretary, it would be Ms. Lunt. Assistant to the board secretary, Diane. And external appointments as follows, in there, the official newspaper, insurance, and all that. You can read that. Now I would ask for a roll call vote on the organization resolutions.
Dr. Cordolino?
Yes.
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Ms. Fano?
Yes.
Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Mr. Pedrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes. A motion for the finance resolutions, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. You can see those banking institutions and accounts, where we, it's mostly Lakeland. In fact, it's all Lakeland. Approval of investments in wires, payment of bills, faxes, petty cash funds, professional services. You can you see our professional services are there, as well as the cost and the contract costs on the side. So I ask for a roll.
President, I have a quick
Yes.
I see one bank is TD Bank, the rest are Lakeland. What's the thought behind that?
That particular account is related to the escrow. We didn't have the opportunity to select the bank. They selected it for us.
Thank you.
Okay, so roll call vote, please, unless there are any other comments?
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes?
Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Dr. Cordalino?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mrs. Fano?
Yes?
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Mr. Petrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes. Ask for a motion for the curriculum resolutions. Motion, anyone, for curriculum resolutions?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. As before with policy, our curriculum and textbooks remain in effect from last year. If anyone has any questions? Ask for a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Dr. Cordalino?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mrs. Fano?
Yes?
Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Mr. Petrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes. Superintendent's report?
First of all, congratulations to everybody being sworn in. So it's a great way to start the new year. Just one thing, we had the long-awaited high impact tutoring grant that finally came. It's about $76,000 from the state. We're going to be focusing more on the 3rd and 4th graders, working with them. So we're really pleased about that, and we'll be getting that off the ground this new school year. I just want to thank Ms. Woodring with all her work with that. It's a very complicated process working with the state, and she succeeded and was able to secure the grant for us. I appreciate all the work on that, and it's going to go a long way with all our students and the teachers to help them. So thank you for that. Otherwise, we're off to a good start, the first day of this new year, and we're looking forward to all the things from sports, academics, and all the arts that are going on in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.
Is this the administrator's report? Committee reports are going to be deferred until next time. Public participation. Anyone wishing to make a comment about anything on the agenda? I invite you to come up to the microphone. Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent resolutions. I ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Everyone's so enthusiastic.
Can't get both, Joe.
I know.
Third.
Maybe one of those years. Okay, section I, no action. Section J, administration. There's a memorandum of agreement. That's always at the beginning of this year. Facilities and finance mentions the high impact tutoring grant. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just to reiterate
Thank you.
Tom's compliments to Mrs. Woodring.
Yes, good job. And then personnel appointments, transfers. We have a couple here. Nothing in curriculum policy. And then, does anyone have any comments on any of those sections? Seeing none, ask for a roll call vote.
Dr. Cordalino?
Yes.
Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mrs. Fano?
Yes?
Mr. Palma?
Yes.
Mr. Petrosino?
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport?
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman?
Yes.
Dr. Modrak?
Yes. No closed session tonight. Any old business or new business or general board comments from anyone? No? Happy New Year to everyone. At least Happy New Year and congratulations, Mike, again, on becoming a new grandfather. Good for you. So I open up for public participation, second session of public participation. Anything at all you want to say about the schools, anything, please come up to the microphone. No one? It's going to be another quiet year, too. Okay. I ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. All opposed? Okay, good night all. See you on January 23rd.
So we have a photographer here tonight, so if everybody could
just gathered over on that side. We'll set up different shots. We also have a new reporter with us this evening who also wants to get